Did I do that to you? No, I did it with,
Nah.
I did a game at the start of the year with you, didn't I? Or not? I did one game at Beers Rap at the start of the year. Or maybe it was Olivia.
Maybe, yeah. I reckon last year or the year before even. So that, there's not really a match around anymore. They're all just on camera. Yeah. Camera, that means commentators. It's great.
You got heaps of commentators now?
Yeah. Almost every game commentators. Me and Emily. There's a couple games missing out at the moment. We've got David, Mark, Alexia, Jeff, Simon, sometimes. Oh, yeah, and that's why I started commentating as well now with Tom. And it turns out we've got like 9 leagues in here. Now that was only Mark Schultz.
You're running the show, you make my sense. You are. Good on you.
Oh, good.
See, our club's playing Monday night at FA Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're, at first then we're playing next Wednesday night in Florida.
Yes.
So we've got time like that.
And the whole week changed off yesterday, like within a matter of minutes. Literally, we're trying to work out Thursday night to do your club.
Yep.
For like dinner.
Yep.
So with Sport Australia and things like that. I know it's very cool. Like this is Sport Australia. Yeah, so we're going to do we're trying to work out a day before your cup.
Yeah, it's only going to be next week. So
Yeah, so
Thursday night's the club night.
yeah, so we're trying to like that. So I was messaging Robbie, and he's like, I'll call you later on. So, but before he got to call me, I literally saw it changed to the Wednesday night game. I'm like, alright, so that's good. Wednesday to Thursday night, and then I got spoken to Jake and said, I might be doing a big that game. So like, commentating and filming at the same time. They're all done, all one night. And then I spoke to Robbie, I told him, yeah, so I'm going to actually film that night. But it's quite tough. I might do a race video after this.
They've got pretty good food in there, so.
I might do like a post-match thing, like a last time. And I might mention how that play that we didn't want to do off the bus. Good job, that'd be good. I might word it in a way that shows that we,
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
On the back of the announcement at the celebration of football, NPLSA will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, which will see 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop the benefit of the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up and actually take on the team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with NPLSA, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given a professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Oh, whichever way you put I'm talking. And number 2 juice, so just adjust that in the phones. Yeah, really good inside the club. Yeah, he's doing inside the club on the right. There's a little room there. The window is perfect. I like it.
Saturday afternoon football. Smith Partner Stadium, the home of Modbury Jets, getting ready to host a big clash here this afternoon. Modbury Jets looking to get 3 points to try and keep their season hopes alive to stay into the RA NPLSA for 2026. Relegation is very, very near with today's game down at the Paddocks, where Para Hills taking on Raiders. 3 points to either of those two sides over there could potentially push Modbury Jets into the danger zone, whilst West Torrens Birkalla need just a point out of today's game to secure this place in the NPL for 2026. Whilst still 9 points above Modbury Jets, it's still mathematically possible they could drop into that relegation zone. Whilst a win here today for the West Torrens Birkalla could push them into the hopes of making finals in their first season back into the RA NPLSA in the top flight in South Australia. But all depends on the results around the grounds, and all comes down to next week's final fixture. Final two fixtures, I must add. Big game here this afternoon. Myself, Johnny Kecko, bringing all the action alongside Simon Catanzaro. Good to have you back on board, Simon. A big game for both these two sides, as I mentioned, and I think we might have a big game on our hands.
Yeah, Johnny, thanks for the welcome. It's going to be a big game for both teams. You've got one team in West Torrens Birkalla who still can mathematically play finals football, and you've got Modbury who are trying to stay in the National Premier League for another season. Both teams have got quality all over the park. They've got multiple Player of the Year, Serge Melter-Winless in McCabe and in Alan Welsh. So I'm really looking forward to today's spectacle.
Yes, absolutely. A big game on our hands, and managing that big game as well. Christian Verdicchio in the middle, the referee for today's fixture, alongside Cameron Joy and Declan Clark running the lines here today. Well, the lineup's not too much different from previous weeks. Only the one change for Modbury Jets after losing to Metro Stars last week away from home. Fred Sunday comes into the lineup with Joseph Machida on the bench. Harry Ashworth coming into the lineup for West Torrens Birkalla as well, with Reece Djurjevic making his way onto the bench. So just the one change on either side heading into this fixture. Sun's out. Big contrast from last weekend's fixtures. And it's Dylan Cusson-Thomas about to get things underway in his 12th start of the season. And it is West Torrens Birkalla kicking things off in their yellow and black strip to the left of your screens, whilst Modbury Jets home side in their iconic blue kicking to the right. McCabe. Back to Henderson. All the pressure first up for both sides. It's a big game. Back to Woodlands. Jets playing it out to the back. McCabe. Just a poor touch. It's turned over to Blackwood. Welsh. Very fast pace. Kick things off down here. Both sides, big 3 points, but to get things started, they definitely want to get things going on the right foot. And Simon, as a coach, what instructions would have been giving to these two teams, considering what's on the lines for both these two sides?
Well, I think firstly for Modbury, I think they'd be just wanting to make sure that they are in the game the first 10, 15 minutes, and they're just, if they can, they're at home, try control the tempo of the game. It looks like they're going with a 4-4-2. A couple of good strikers up front, led by Smizzy. And it looks like the two McKay boys are playing either side of the midfield. So they just want to stay in the game. Try to dictate the play at home. An early goal always helps too.
As McCabe out to Sunday. Can he do something Sunday? Just a little bit of a heavy touch. And it will be a goal kick in the end for Harpers.
I think the important thing too for Modbury is they've got quite a consistent, you spoke about the lineups, and Morris and Louis, their coaches, will know that if they can get some sort of consistency of their lineups for a couple of weeks in a row, they've got quality all over the park. We know how high they finished up the ladder last year. So it's kind of really, for me, it's only a matter of time before it clicks. Hopefully for Modbury's sake today and for the rest of the season, it happens sooner rather than later, so they do stay in the National Premier League.
Well, as we know, still 2 more games to go. Nice ball over. Can they do something here? Skamitsi offside in the end. But a nice ball over.
Yeah, it's been a really bright start by Modbury. West Torrens Birkalla pushing up to a high line there the first couple of minutes. They're trying to use a little bit of pace in behind with their two strikers, Modbury, and that's so far created a couple of early opportunities for them.
It's Yates straight to his coach, who wouldn't be happy with that touch. O'Dowdy.
Just on the flip side with West Torrens Birkalla's squad, we'll just stop there while there's this opportunity.
McCabe through to Henderson, couldn't quite get there in time, but a little bit of a dangerous one.
Yeah, just the quality on the West Torrens Birkalla team and the squad. They've got players that have played in big games. Andy Gento, as we said, Alan Welsh. We've got George Blackwood, who's played in the A-League. Tyrese Conway's come a long way the last year or two. He's been fantastic. I remember coaching the club, and he was a long time ago, and he was only a kid, but we could see the potential he had.
Skamitsi, a great ball through to Skamitsi. Can he do it? And it just goes out wide ever so slightly, but an early chance for the Modbury Jets. Yeah. In a matter of moments, Skamitsi gets himself in a very similar position and just couldn't quite get the accuracy on the end of it.
Yeah, this pace of the front two up front for Modbury is going to cause them a lot of trouble if they continue to play balls in behind.
His positioning at the moment just been spot on, aside from the one where it's offside, but just that reading the ball, the play over, it's been great.
Yeah, there's some great opportunities so far, and the coaching staff for Modbury and the players would have hoped they would have had one of these early chances. They're going to really want to continue this pressure.
Yates. Gento, sorry.
Ryan Yates, Charlie Devereux in the middle of the park with Alan Walsh. That's some midfield. It's one of the best midfielders you'll see in the National Premier League. 3 quality players going forward, especially scoring goals and creating opportunities, as we've seen throughout their careers here in South Australia.
Ashworth over to Wilson with the head turned over to Birkalla, who tried to make a run forward, but back into the hands of Hamish, or into McCabe, Liam McCabe. Sunday, Fred Sunday, great run through, just couldn't quite get there. Great defending from Birkalla in the end.
If it does, yeah, sorry, Johnny, if it does turn into a transition game where it's up and back, it's really going to favour the home team with the speed and the assets they've got up front, as we've said. So West Torrens Birkalla just want to get their foot on the ball. They've got quality players that can dictate the speed of the game. and get the game on their terms. But it's what we kind of expected, or what I kind of expected the first little bit of the game with Modbury being at home, really pushing, trying to push home the home advantage of the home ground.
Blackwood, now it's McCabe steals it. Francesca Scamitzi.
It's a great first touch by Smithy.
Over to McCabe. Liam McCabe tries to find a way through and will win the corner for the Modbury Jets. First corner of the game. It will be Jordan O'Dowdy, former A-League player as well, coming up to take it. Scored 3 goals so far this season. It's whipped in. And so Dowdy back onto it. It's Conway with a head. Wilson. Henderson lines it up nicely into the area. Sunday gets a head to it. Now it's Devro. Composed to clear it. And eventually will be out for a throw again, but a lot of intensity at the start of this opening few moments down here at Smith Partner Stadium.
Important interception there by Daniel Latroya, because if he didn't get his foot to that, they were away with a 2-on-1. West Torrens Birkalla.
Lacornu. Andy Janto. A couple of former LA Comets players linking up. There's a few of them into the squad this season. It's taken a large chunk of the early rounds to really mould and gel. Dowdy with the head. Wilson comes in. And it's Francesca.
Great play by Jesse Francesca there.
Dowdy.
Just open the game up for the home team.
From one brother to a different one. And it's McCabe. McCabe! Oh, just out wide. But only 10 rounds ago, these West Torrens Birkalla were right on the bottom of the ladder and have managed to turn their season around.
It's been one of the tightest competitions we've seen in the National Premier League for some time. And as you said, West Torrens being down the bottom only a matter of a couple of months ago, being able to revive their season. Two teams we most certainly didn't expect to be in that position at any stage throughout the year. Down the bottom of that ladder.
I believe it's 6 wins and 4 losses in those 10 rounds as well for Birkalla. 3 of those coming in the last 5 rep matches.
Yeah, and they've taken some time to gel. There's been a lot of new players, some big name players too, that have been brought over to West Torrens Birkalla. It does take time to put that squad together and to get a feel of how they play and create some combinations, which, you know, the last 10 games that we've spoken about, they've been able to get points to put them in a better position than what they were earlier on in the year.
O'Dowdy. Just lining up behind the ball. The free kick. Sends it in deep. It's Wilson with the head. To Troyer. Stray ball out for a goal kick. Well, opening few minutes, Simon. What have you made so far of the home side? Trying to make, I reckon they've made the most amount of opportunities in their final third than West Torrens Birkalla.
Yeah, absolutely. West Torrens haven't had a shot yet on target, but it is early days. I think for Modbury, they need to just keep persisting with this pressure, trying to keep the playing in their attacking half. Just as we see George Backwood play that header back in towards Charlie Devro.
Welsh.
And the thing is, as Torres Conway gets the ball there, a great first touch. With Modbury not getting that early goal, or may not get that early goal, it does bring West Torrens back into the game if they start getting their foot on the ball.
Blackwood did well, put his body on there. He's got Conway to use. does well. He's onside. Conway just couldn't quite get the pass through. A nice touch from Skamitsi. Finds Sunday. And this is not great here.
He's
a
off.
Straight red card for Harry Ashworth. Not great at all. And this calls from the bench of West Torrens Birkalla, claiming he got the ball, but he's very disappointed in that instance. And a straight red card for Harry Ashworth, who has just come into the lineup as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, looking at that firsthand, it does look like he was last man and didn't get the ball. So, again, tactically, Louis and Morris Natali, the coaches of Modbury, really got this right on. We've played a couple of quick boys up front, trying to get him behind, utilise their speed. It's not a goal, but they're down to 10 players, West Torrens Birkalla. It's going to be tough for them for the next 80-odd minutes. Modbury really need to take that advantage now. And in my opinion, try to do it as quick as possible so they can really dictate the game, get on top and make them feel good about themselves, being ahead at home against 10 players.
Well, he was happy to be in the starting lineup, but unfortunately he made 13 minutes before the red card. And it's the last man. You see how disappointed he was.
I think he knew. Without the benefit of a replay in front of us right here, I think he knew he was last man. And he knew what his fate was going to be when he went in for that challenge, Johnny. Let's see what West Torrens are made of. They've got experience all over the park. Let's not forget that.
O'Dowdy. Curling ball in. Wilson will let it out for a throw.
The first 12 or 13 minutes, as we said, has been dictated to by Modbury. Now that they've got an extra player as well against West Torrens Birkalla, you'd expect much of the same. You'd expect them to have a lot of the ball possession. It's just then now, if Burks do sit back a little bit deeper, as McCabe has the ball around the box.
O'Dowdy out to his brother Cameron. O'Dowdy, McCabe. Nice little ball through to O'Dowdy again. It's Hamish McCabe has to work his magic.
Yeah, can the Modbury midfield and attack, can they break down and experience? I'm looking at the back here too for West Torrens Birkalla. They've got Adam Lecornu in there, he's played hundreds of games, fantastic centre back, had a fantastic career. They've been in this position before, and tactically it also looks like Alan Welsh has dropped into a centre back role for the red card they've conceded. We might see a lot of this for the rest of the game. The longer West Torrens Burke's hanging at this score, the more dangerous they're going to be when the ball goes up the other end for set pieces, because they will get chances. It just happens in every game.
For those taking note of other games around the grounds, the second red card so far, with Metro Stars going down to 10 men, also going down 1-0 to Adelaide Comets at just moments away from half-time. FK Belgrade up 1-0 over Croydon FC as well, whilst the other fixtures, especially that one we're looking out for as well, Para Hills and Raiders still stuck as 0 apiece in the opening 16 minutes.
You'd think that's going to be a tight game too.
Gates. And DeGanto. Just a couple of careless passes there from both sides. Turning it over. O'Dowdy. Looking to make a run through. Chooses to go out to Detroit.
Yeah, and Burke's, as expected after that red card, sitting really deep, really sitting just on their 18-yard box, zoning off, staying behind the ball, trying to make it hard, blocking passing lanes, passing channels, and trying to also stop that that ball over the top, which caused a lot of problems in the first 10 minutes of the game.
O'Dowdy out to his brother O'Dowdy, Cameron. McCabe leaves it for Jordan O'Dowdy. He goes for a shot himself, and Sunday was there. All he had to do was tap it into the back of the net, but sent it over.
Great ball with Dowdy. It really feels like it's coming at the moment for Modbury. They're really going to want to take one of these chances. Get the ascendancy on the scoreboard.
Well, it might be a little bit controversial, this is my opinion though, but I have a feeling Birkalla might get the first goal in this game, just the way things go and the way fate normally happens. So,
yeah, like we've said, they've got quality all over the park, and they wouldn't want to give a set piece away, Modbury, with some of the experienced boys that can either take them or get on the end of them.
If they don't make the most of these opportunities in the next few moments. Could be the case. A few passes there. Detroit out to Hamish McCabe. Outside the area, goes for himself. But once again, just that target is not being met. And Modbury Jets have had the majority of the shots at goal in their final third, but have had the most, have not had any on target.
Yeah, it seems to be their story this year, not being able to score the goals. They do have goal scorers in this team. And they're going to really want to hope that they can assist this football club with scoring a few today, hopefully. And getting the result at home they really want, they really
Sunday,
need.
First touch, trying to control it. He's got to try and get Warren Welsh. Put his body in the way.
I'd be surprised to see too what Morris Natali does if they do keep sitting deep. West Torrens Birkalla, which is to be expected, playing with 10 players. If he changes his formation and just tries to use a little bit more width of the field, stretch out the opposition, create some more spaces and holes for shots on target or passes into the area where they might get some goal-scoring opportunities. But at the moment, all the action is in Modbury's attacking half. And to be fair, they're looking very good, very sharp, moving the ball around well. They don't look like a team that's sitting third last on the ladder, that's for sure.
If you'd asked anyone at the start of the season, you probably would have predicted these two sides based on the lineups coming into this season. You would have predicted this game at this time of the season would have been playing for a finals place at minimum.
Absolutely, absolutely. And like we said, it's pretty much a brand new team for West Torrens Birkalla, but they've gelled well as the season's gone on. And we most certainly expected both these teams to be challenging for final spots. Burke's probably more in a position to challenge.
It's McCabe. And it's O'Dowdy forces Harpers with a save.
It's a great save by Harpers. It's a great save.
And it's out for a corner. But now Modbury Jets looking a bit more.
It really feels like it really feels like a matter of time, doesn't it? The way it's going.
But almost, like I said earlier, it almost feels like all these opportunities they're having, they're missing. It just feels like it's going to shoot them in the backside.
They've got to continue to stay persistent, keep getting shots on goal, keep getting into these areas. The law of averages normally says that they're going to score one of them. And if they do, it might open the floodgates for them. If it doesn't, as you said, West Torrens Birkalla.
It's Liam McCabe. And again, another save has to be pulled off by Nicholas Harpers.
Yeah. And West Torrens, as we said, West Torrens Birkalla may have that sucker punch in them with the class they have going forward as well, on probably what's going to be limited opportunities for the rest of the game.
Well, Nicholas Harper's only had 4 clean sheets so far this season. Come against Adelaide United, Metro Comets, and also earlier in the season against Jets in their 1-0 win. Dowdy. He's looking to go back to his brother, but chose to go to Smithy. McCabe. Through to O'Dowdy. Just slips on his feet. It's Conway. It's Moto.
Yeah, it's good pressure here from Modbury. They're not letting West Torrens out of their defensive half. Trying to create a turnover, which they might have done here.
And it's, whoa. Again, story of Modbury Jets' life in these opening 20 minutes or so. Just can't make the most of those shots.
And we just heard Hamish McKay there saying to his teammates, bit of composure. On my count, that's about 8 or 9 shots they've had, and we're we're 20 minutes into the games. It's utter domination by the home team.
Sam DeGianto, known for getting under the skin of his opponents, hasn't quite been able to do so far against Modbury Jets. Welsh, his tall figure, did well to get on his head on the end of it.
Yeah, such an experienced player. But now it's up to Modbury to make him accountable. He's not as quick and fast as he probably used to be, 5 or 6 years ago, but he's so smart. As we just seen there, being able to read the play and then transition his team forward with George Blackwood.
Now the Jets back to Woodlands, who hasn't had much to do in his opening moments of this game. It's been very fortunate that the ball's been on the other end of the park. He's held 3 clean sheets so far this season. Hasn't been the easiest for the goalkeeper. That's Walsh. Clayton Thomas out to Torres Conway, who tries to get a shot in. Blackwood on the end of it, and Henderson comes in to clear it of danger, but only as far as O'Dowdy, and still alive for the West Torrens Birkalla. Matsumoto sends it in again to Blackwood. Modbury Jets have to quickly try and work their hardest to defend this ball. And as we said earlier, Simon, if all they need is that one chance, West Torrens Birkalla, and they could capitalise on it out of nowhere. And they almost had that moment.
That's right, and there's that sucker punch we were talking about. That can happen if you don't take your chances.
Clayton Thomas looks up, sees Blackwood as the target. Just a little bit too much on it. It's McCabe.
Yeah, just looking at that was their first attack, West Torrens Birkalla, after 22, 23 minutes in the game. Even down to 10 players. They did make the Modbury defence look a little bit vulnerable there. Some good little play, some interchange play, including Torres Conway. George Blackwood getting in the box.
Nathan DeGianto. Blackwood. Henderson gets in the way. Dowdy. He's been taken out. And will be a yellow to George Blackwood.
Yeah, that's a yellow card. It's probably his first challenge, but to be fair, it wasn't the best of challenges. Just looking over there, it looks like Doherty's okay. It's good to see Tim Henderson too still playing at such a great level. I think it was his 300th game, I believe, last week.
It was.
Against one of his former clubs.
Metro Stars?
Yeah, the irony was against one of his former clubs, in Metro Stars, winning the league against him in his 300th game. But I think it was still a good send-off because he had so much success there as a player. But I guess Modbury is his home club. If you do know his career and watch his journey, being one of the best defenders of the last decade in the National Premier League. Hoping he finishes his career here with the club he loves in Modbury.
And for those who've had the privilege of meeting him as well, probably one of the best characters in our league as well, and personalities.
Yeah, great bloke, great guy.
Always up for a laugh as well.
So important you have those type of players in your change room too. He's a leader. He's a winner. I remember him coming through as such a young, basically as a kid, as a teenager. You could see straight away he was a winner. His tenacity. He's gone on to have a fantastic career.
And coming back to the Modbury Jets, where his dad played a massive part of this club.
Yeah, very famous name, Henderson, in the Modbury Jets club rooms and club history.
The club celebrating their 60th only a couple of weeks ago now, 2 weeks ago from today. Rich history, only the one massive trophy in the 1989 they've won, but the recent success in the national level with the Australian Cup, and also a couple of finals locally, and also the grand final in the NPL. But that promotion into NPL back in 2022, where it all kicked off for him in this most recent history.
I mean, it's a shame for any club to get relegated, and it's a horrible, horrible feeling. But when you really look down, I'm looking at the players here, especially in this Modbury team. It's a very similar squad to last year and the last season gone past, where they're so successful. So they're going to really want to stay up, rebuild again, and maybe add a couple of players to the squad to freshen them up. I'm sure Morris and Louis will be all over that with the club. It's quality all over the park for them right now.
It's a long ball in from Yates. Blackwood. Bit of height. He's waved away.
Yeah, the Burks coaching staff there. Stav Glecker's asking for a penalty. Did look like a handball, but I'm not sure it was intentional. I'd still be asking it for it too if I was a coach. I can guarantee you of that. Well, but as we spoke about set pieces and the height and the experience West Torrens do have, it is going to put Modbury under pressure if they get multiple set pieces as this game goes on.
It's Fred Sunday.
Surprise, surprise, Ryan Yates, foul in the middle of the park, slowing the game down.
Jesse Francesca, the captain for the Modbury Jets. Out to committee. Can they do something here, Modbury Jets? They've tried to make a nuisance of themselves in these opening 25 minutes or so. Just haven't been able to capitalise on anything just yet. Back to a Dowdy. Francesca. Wilson. Using Cameron O'Dowdy again. Back to Wilson.
Yeah, this is quite comfortable for West Torrens Birkalla. Well, we have to keep moving the ball quickly. Players moving in and out of holes and spots, trying to move their opponent around. At the moment, it's very comfortable. They're happy just sitting in.
Henderson out to Francesca. Finds O'Dowdy once again. Scamitzi on the edge of the area. Plays it off to Francesca. Jets just really double thinking their passes out. Henderson. McCabe tries to make a run through. He's got Conway there and forces him out for a corner.
Yeah, it's really good play by Liam McCabe. He's received the ball out nice and wide in an area, trying to stretch the opponent. But then he's direct. He's trying to get the ball into the box, one-on-one, trying to get a cross in. If not, he might get clipped. You never know. Might get a penalty. But it's some good direct play there by McCabe.
There's been another goal scored around the grounds, but it's Adelaide City scoring a goal against Campbelltown City, so away from their home. Which means Adelaide City now go into 4th place on the ladder.
There's going to be some big clubs missing out on finals this year potentially too, Johnny.
Yeah, I know.
Some very big clubs with expectation.
Francesca goes for the shot himself, and in the end, just loses it. It's big clubs. I think our predictions from the start of the season have been completely off from what we thought, especially with the top 3, Big Grad and Croydon FC, both in that top 3. Probably wouldn't have predicted that.
No, but being in the inner sanctum at Metro Stars, as being involved with the 18s and the performance phase, I can tell you the senior team at Metro Stars is, I had no surprise where they're finished and how they're going this year. Ultimate professional environment there for the first team. And they deserve to be and get the accolades they are getting. They're setting the benchmark too for football in South Australia, I believe.
Well, I think the question on the edge of everyone's lips is, will they be able to sustain it with the new Australian Championship coming up and then the extra schedule of the Australia Cup for as long as they can make it in there? Will it be sustainable? Will we see them be successful on that national stage as we see Modbury Jets again trying to attack and get themselves a corner? But they've got that Australian Championship kicking off in October all the way through to December with a final there. So
they've got the winners of the Western Australia League. They've got RP Leichhardt, who we know is a powerhouse, and Sydney United, two big powerhouse clubs in Sydney and New South Wales, where I'm from. But I'd be very surprised if they don't hold themselves in very good, let's just say, I'm predicting for them to get results that other people don't think they'll get against some of those powerhouses. It's a very strong Metro squad, this team, and they're
prepared for it?
They are prepared for it, yeah. They've been building for this, yeah. That's probably the best way to put it without going too much into detail for them.
It's Henderson. Looks at Christian Verdicchio.
It did look like a little bit of a tug there on Henderson. Maybe a bit both ways.
And if you can head out to Metro Stars in a couple of weeks' time, that Monday night fixture against MacArthur FC, a massive game. And I want to get all of South Australia down there to support the lone South Australian team in the Australia Cup after both Adelaide United and Adelaide Croatia Raiders both been knocked out. And ironically, if they can knock out MacArthur, they will be taking on between either the team that knocked out Adelaide Croatia Raiders or the team that knocked out Adelaide United in Newcastle Jets and the Cookshill United. So a very interesting one.
Johnny, they'll be playing Newcastle Jets. I'm just going to tell you that right now. After watching, with all due respect to Cookshill, the vast quality between those two.
But you never know. It's a Newcastle derby, so anything can happen.
I'm pretty confident to go. I do know. With all due respect to Cookshill United, but
they're a good. Yeah,
Mark Milligan's going to the Newcastle Jets team just on the A League. They're going to be one of the teams to watch next year. Millsy's an ex-teammate, but of mine that we played with a long time ago. But you could tell even when he played, he was always going to be a good coach. And the raps coming out of Adelaide United, how good he is, and how much his influence was at Adelaide United. It's no surprise to see. It'll be no surprise to see Newcastle Jets have a very strong A League season.
If I keep wearing that kit as well, it's an amazing looking kit. So you're only winning that.
Blackwood's got away here.
It's Blackwood out to Claston Thomas, but the touch on it has cost him.
All that hard work he's done in the middle of the park, beating 2 or 3 players. Unfortunately, it was just his final pass there. I would have actually liked to see him go on himself and take a shot on target. There's some good lead-up play there by Blackwood.
Long ball over. Sundays comes in. Harpers. Schmitzi as well is trying to steal the ball away. It's Francesca.
Fred Sunday's been ultra impressive. Lively. It's just as I say that, West Torrens are looking at transitioning the other way.
Custom Thomas. Devereaux. Just numbers around from Modbury Jets in defence. Just helped them in that instance.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times now. The games are starting to open up a little bit, which can be a little bit of a risk for Modbury if they push too many players forward.
Just over a half an hour of play gone. Smith Partner Stadium. RAA proud supporters of Football South Australia. And from distance, slight little deflection, but Harpers gets on the end of it.
Yeah, a lot of their play just then at the moment, well, not just then, but the last couple of minutes for Modbury. It's been played quite centrally, quite easy to look after, because that's where West Torrens Birkalla are putting a lot of their players and blocking up that part of the pitch.
Matsumoto back to Yates. Blackwood.
It's a great ball in there by Yates. Just nearly beat the defender. Blackwood's on the ball.
Andy Janto. Straight committee, gets himself a throw. The sun's still nicely out here. The home of Modbury Jets. One World LED and Sport or scoreboard for all your LED, indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Currently sits 0-0 between these two sides. And just a couple of chances for the West Torrens Birkalla in the opening 35 minutes.
Sorry, I was just saying, Claston Thomas has been a bit of a handful. Being able to see him play a couple of games earlier in the year in the reserve grade, I watched him and thought he's way too good to be playing reserve grade, so it's good to see him breaking in. I'm not sure if he was coming back from injury at the start of the year, but he was just way too good. And me and the coaching staff at Metro thought when we played against him, and it's good to see him having some consistency in the senior team, and Stav putting some faith in him.
It's Woodlands firmly in his hands, and just another goal scored around the grounds as well. LA United going up 1-0 away from home to Playford. And that means Beergrad, despite being on the same points as LA United now, 34 apiece, have now dropped down to 4th place. It's very tight in that top 4. And it's Fred Sunday threaded through to him. Things are getting a little bit heated now. If we will get a yellow after that from Fred. And Harper's still on the ground. Bit of contact.
It was a bit of contact, and surprise again, Nathan DiGento's in there looking after his goalkeeper, remonstrating with the linesman for a card, which I think Fred Sunday has received for that challenge.
The first one for Modbury Jets. And he will get a talking to as well, it looks like, Andy Janto. I did mention earlier how he loves to get under his opposition's skin as well. It's one of those types of players that you'd love to have on your side.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And just making sure here, just looking at Harper's, hope he's okay. Some very good goalkeeping. He's actually come off his line and done quite well since the first few incidents where the balls were coming a little bit further over the top and into a one-on-one path. He's just recorrected his positioning and really patrolling his 18-yard box really well.
It's funny with the results happening around the grounds. Every game that has a goal is sitting at 1-0 at the moment. And the two games that probably would need a result for those majority of the sides in those fixtures are yet to score. And that's Para Hills and Raiders, and also Modbury Jets.
Yeah, we're probably going to see. Yeah, sorry, Johnny. We're going to probably see a lot of that here now too. It's going to be a bit of a grind maybe for the rest of the game. The red cards obviously changed the way West Torrens have to look at this game now. And personally, I thought coming into the game we might see quite a few goals, and West Torrens really going for it with the quality of strikers and attackers they do have on the field. But as a red card does all the time, or most of the time, changes the way structures and games are going to be played.
Andy Janto sends it in deep with a throw. Wilson with the head. Out to Andy Janto once again. He's got O'Dougherty to try and find his way around. And then it's the second O'Dougherty that comes in. Wilson. Shkamitsi does well. Gets around his player. Nicely threaded through to Sunday. He's got Matsumoto to get around. He does well again.
This is
still
it.
alive. Modbury Jets. Saved on the line. And another threatening opportunity from the Modbury Jets. And this time it came from McCabe. And wow, just can't quite get the net rippling. The Modbury Jets.
The front three of Schmitzy, Sunday, and then McCabe on the end of that. That's what they need to be doing more of, using their speed, getting in behind, with all due respect, an older backline for West Torrens Birkalla, but really utilising their speed and trying to make them accountable.
Well, that trio are looking very dangerous. Just can't quite get the back of the net, but it is one of those things, I think, once it does happen, maybe no stopping them. They're sent in deep. Henderson, obviously Wilson, leaves it out. It'll be another corner. It was a slight deflection. According to Christian Vidicchio, I couldn't quite see it from the natural eye from our distance.
40 minutes gone, 0-0. Either team would like a goal just before half-time. Modbury probably with, or most certainly with the better chances so far.
And Janto again gives away another corner. So as it stands as well, if they do get the 3 points, West Torrens Birkalla, it will put them 1 point behind the 6th place LA Comets at the moment. I believe that's how the live ladder stands.
There's a lot to play out today, Johnny. 55 minutes more worth of football.
Absolutely. O'Dougherty out to McCabe. Back to Jordan O'Dougherty. Goes for the shot himself. It's Harper's with a save.
And once again, another corner, fourth one in a row.
That's a great save by Harpers.
Oh, he's really made his money's worth today. 3 or 4 great saves in a row. And now forcing another corner. Modbury Jets just been unlucky not to get on the score sheet. It's McCabe.
And the spine of this West Torrens Birkalla team is really keeping him in the game. LeCornu, Welsh, Harper, experienced players. Yates in the middle of the park. They've been here before. They've been in these positions. They know what they need to do. They know when they need to try go forward. It's whether they can catch Modbury on the counter, on the hop.
Henderson looks for options. Chooses to go O'Dowdy. And goes out on that right side now using McCabe. Small one to O'Dowdy. And it will be a free kick on the edge of the area. A yellow card as well. I think it was for Andy Janto.
I reckon 30 centimetres closer, it would have been a penalty. Thought the yellow card was harsh. I think that's it's an accidental trip in quite a dangerous situation there. But Jesse Francesco, I believe it was, has done very well. Now let's see if Modbury Jets can capitalise.
Dangerous area. Looks like they're talking about who will be the one to take it between McCabe, O'Dowdy, Francesca. His final words. Looks like it may be Francesca. Out to McCabe. McCabe! And there it is!
It's a great set piece.
Hamish McCabe gets inside into this game with only a few minutes left in this half, and it's taken 40 plus minutes to find the back of the net. But West Torrens Birkalla had now let one through.
Yeah, it's what they deserve, Modbury. They've been well on top. I know they're playing against 10 players at the moment. They've had enough chances, and as we spoke about, eventually one of them is going to go in. It was a great set piece. That's one of the best set pieces I've seen all year. It's a great finish too by McCabe. 1-0, as we just spoke about. It's a great little lead to go into halftime.
It was very well worked as well. Now, because we see another one coming in from Modbury Jets, or will West Torrens Birkalla come back with a vengeance? McCabe. Schmitzi turns around, looks for his options, finds Sunday. It's dangerous in the area. Welsh comes in, the experience to clear it. Well, just the only game now not to have a result is Para Hills versus Raiders. But for the Modbury Jets, they'd be happy for that to stay that way, because at the moment they are temporarily safe with at least a 1 point buffer between the... Well, not a 1 point buffer. The live that hasn't updated yet, but are safe with a couple of points buffer between the bottom two.
If I'm Modbury, I really want to be going on with this now, trying to get a second. Maybe in the next 2 or 3 or 4 minutes, if you can, going with a really good lead to halftime. Otherwise, trying to come out of the blocks, trying to wrap that game. And as we say, that Charlie Devro, what a ball.
Oh, great defending. It was a slide in from Henderson.
Fantastic defending there by Tim Henderson. Looking very comfortable. Good football play by Modbury.
So Modbury currently 2 points clear of that relegation zone. As we're in additional time now.
We can hear Morris Natali, the coach of Modbury Jets, just telling him to keep the ball. He might be happy going in 1-0. with where they're at.
O'Dowdy, Cameron O'Dowdy tries to get through a couple. And in the end, Harpus gets back to the ball.
And there's a rare touch too for Alex Woodlands in goals. Again, patrolling his area well, staying alert and alive, although he hasn't had much to do at all in the game. Just what Modbury needed this time of the game too, going into the 47th minute of the first half.
You can see that little bit of a burst in Modbury Jets' step since scoring that goal.
Well, this is going to be interesting because there's a set piece here. It's probably one of the last kicks of the first half. Doesn't look like Modbury going to send any players up and they're just going to keep it safe. So obviously the message has come out from Morris, but a bit different to what I thought they might be wanting to do, is just to keep the ball now, but I guess that's what a relegation battle does do. Does make you sometimes be a little bit more conservative, a little less fearless, and they're going to go in 1-0 at half-time.
From the back between Wilson and Henderson. O'Dowdy. McCabe. Former A-League player Jordan O'Dowdy. Struggled with a little bit of injury after coming to the club last season. His brother Cameron with long term, and that is half-time here at Smith Partners Stadium. The Modbury Jets go into the half-time break up 1-0 over West Torrens Birkalla, and are currently out of that relegation zone. And love the game, why not study at Flinders University? Now offers degrees in sport, teaching, psychology, social work and more at its new city campus. Apply now for mid-year entry. That is half-time down here. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back on the other side with the second half. Modbury Jets taking on West Torrens Birkalla.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
What I'm excited about the most, how we can come together, learn about everybody, because we're not the same, but we're somehow the same.
The community came to government to express their concerns about young people. It is our role to listen and it's our role to act.
There's so many kids wanting to play the game from all walks of life.
African Youth Program was established to help Africans through sport, cultural identity, mentorship.
Having a program that's going to target the African children, given it's their sport of choice, presents a huge opportunity to link participation in football with education, which is a perfect mix.
I think the African Youth Program will be a very inclusive program with different teams, different schools coming to play with us.
It's like a very big opportunity to expand skills, knowledge, and in different areas of life.
Most of the kids will grow from this program to be able to become valuable, positive contributors in our society.
Like a voice to be spoken with and not being scared to show your skills.
This empowerment program has many different aspects to it, and of course sport is one of those, but it's actually really about finding your place in the world.
I think everybody's pushing in the one direction to make sure that we can make a real difference.
It's not just a game, it's a very passionate sport that millions of people around the world love to play. That's what football is.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
It's deemed as an Italian club. That's a bit fictitious. They called it Salisbury Internationale because that's what it was. It was full of internationals from all walks of life, and it continues to be that. Obviously we had an Italian background, right, but throughout the 50 years, it's been a big dynamics, and it's still changing, so it's great.
I think it's an exciting opportunity. Obviously the new State League 2 system, got the North and South, and I think the final series is definitely something that we want to be a part of and want to be involved in, so it's definitely an exciting opportunity.
Yeah, when I seen State League 2 North, I was all over it. I don't want to travel at all, so I was all about it. Wife was all about it.
Always been a northern boy. I'm 30 seconds down the road. played for this club for 4 years a while ago, and it's just my family as well, being here as well, so it means a lot.
Everyone around the club's been so welcoming. All the people on the committee and around the club were so nice from day one, and same with the players. Got some nice experienced players out here who are really nice and welcoming to some of our younger players, so that's been really nice to have.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
For Skimitsi against Ulash. Still trying to win against Skimitsi. Oh, and a save with the legs from Delangus. A space to run into. Amanda has one in the centre. Does reach him. Needs to find the angle for the hit. And it's a good save by Woodlands. Taking it out for a corner.
Even better save this one than the previous one.
Stam as well.
Yeah. It's hard to.
Oh, Signorello, what a save! He puts a fist behind it and sends it for a corner.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
unfortunate for him that they heard it, but he was like thanking me for the nice stuff he sent out Tinder and the club for the last few weeks. And I was like, you know, I said, we need to just celebrate your friendship. And he was very
Welcome back. Smith Partners Stadium. Modbury Jets get back underway very quickly after taking the lead just moments before the halftime break. So Dowdy, quick run through on the left side. Matchday commentator Johnny Kecko alongside Silent Catanzaro bringing you all the action down here today in what is a must-win for Modbury Jets to give them at least a couple of point buffer, depending results around the grounds from that relegation zone, with that relegation battle currently happening between Para Hills and Raiders stuck at 0-0 at the moment.
Yeah, just looking around the ground here today, or just at the start of the second half, it does not look like there's been any changes to either team. So they're probably just going to, a little bit cagey first 5 or 10 minutes of the second half. Modbury want to continue to dictate play with the extra player. Try get the second, while West Torrens Birkalla are going to try stay in the game as long as they can. Keep the score at this scoreline as long as they can, and maybe go up and pinch one, pinch two, you never know.
Francesca sends it over. So Dowdy tries to find a cross through, but Andy Janto was in the way. Not the biggest crowd down here today for the Modbury Jets. However, it's a beautiful day for football. And I think if every day was like this, it would be an absolute dream.
Oh, it's a gorgeous day. No real wind. Not too cold.
And now, just out, Clarkson Thomas!
Oh, he's done it.
Oh, my goodness!
It's a great finish. Great finish there by Clarkson Thomas.
Just gets in there. Modbury Jets have come out from the change rooms and have now conceded, and things are level down here.
That changes everything. 44. It's 2 minutes into the second half, 47th minute. And it's a fantastic finish there by Clarkson Thomas. Modbury just switched off. The Modbury Jets back line just switched off a little bit. The sun may have also been playing a little bit of havoc there in Alex Woodland's eyes. 1-1 and it's game back on.
Now Modbury Jets have a lot of time now to reset to get back into this game. And as we said in the first half as well, it's one of those games that you can just see the amount of missed opportunities and couldn't quite capitalise on it, Modbury Jets, and will come biting them in the backside a bit later on, and now is that moment.
1-1 and all to play for. I don't think Modbury will be happy with the... Well, we most certainly know they won't be happy with the scoreline at the moment. They also want to be coming out of this game with 3 points. There's a great ball played in behind to Smizzy.
And I'm just cleared from any danger. It's Matsumoto. Goes down.
Yeah.
That's exactly like what George did back here. How's that not a yellow?
Bit of toing and froing from either bench, coaching staff. One asking for a yellow card, the other saying it was a fair challenge. Probably was a free kick in the scheme of things, looking at it. But you have to be careful this day and age, especially with head clashes there, which it looks like Matsumoto may have had. Free kick to West Holland's Birkalla. And Nicholas Harper's about to get us back on with this game. 1-1, 50th minute mark. 49th minute mark now.
Henderson, just a slight little flick off to Woodlands. And Modbury Jets, not doom and gloom just yet, but a little bit in damage control now to try and get back that lead. Ball through to Fred Sunday, and Harper's very lucky to be in that right position at the right time, because otherwise Fred could have been on there.
Yeah, just speaking on young Fred Sunday, he's been probably one of the most influential players in the first half. Been very busy, a lot of energy. A lot of great runs in behind the West Torrens Birkalla defence too in the first half. He's going to want to continue that on for as long as he can. But it is some play that looks like he's going to have a bright future at this level.
Blackwood to take the throw. And now Claston Thomas. Blackwood comes in too. Now the Jets on the other end. Skamitzi trying to make that run, but Walsh got in his way. Long ball through to Conway. Conway's here as well. Woodlands, though, didn't have to do too much in that instance. But all it could take is that sun being in his eyes, as it is at the moment. It's still about 20 or so minutes away from being hidden behind the trees.
And just watching Stav Galekas, the West Torrens Birkalla coach, just then, it looks like it is a bit of an instruction to do that where they can. That sun is playing a little bit of chaos there for Alex Woodlands in the goals for Modbury.
Did sound like the instructions were the sun's in his eyes. I heard at one stage. Not sure where it was coming from exactly, but the instructions could be very clear to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, use the weather to your advantage. I mean, it is a beautiful day, but if that sun's in the goalkeeper's eyes, why not put the ball in an area which is going to really test him?
To Troyer again. To Devereaux comes in. It's Claston Thomas. Tim Henderson. Yates did well to use his body. Finds Blackwood. It's George Blackwood. Makes a run through. Blackwood again, still there with the ball on his feet. And it's Cameron O'Doherty gets his body in the way, gives away the corner. And now West Torrens Birkalla now get themselves another opportunity up front.
They've had the better of the second half, even with 10 players. So credit to Stav and his coaching staff for getting the West Torrens Birkalla team to come out in this fashion. And as we've spoken about a few times, set pieces on a day like today with some big players, some players that are known throughout their careers to have scored goals from set pieces. This can be quite dangerous for Modbury. Not just this one, but any set piece for the next 35 or 40 minutes. Claston Thomas got a bit of height. Alan Welsh, we know. George Blackwood. And Lacornia's not shy to a goal from set pieces throughout his career as well. So they're just going to have to be on their game here, Modbury defending.
And it's Charlie Devereaux. Gets ready to take that corner once again. And will be given back to him again to take that corner one more time.
Yeah, we didn't even mention Charlie Devereaux there. Probably one of the best set-piece takers in the National Premier League with a beautiful left foot. Most of the time gets it right. Let's see if I put the mocker on him now from this corner, Johnny. I hope not. Very gifted left-footed player in this league.
His near post. Looks like it may have come off Blackwood. Sunday now, bit of pace behind him. Deflection falls to Conway. Devereaux. Short to Blackwood. Yates. Skamitzi comes in with a foot.
Yeah, some very good experience there from Ryan Yates. Could see the contact was coming, and he's got his team another opportunity at another set piece, at another ball coming in the sun towards the Modbury defence in Alex Woodlands.
And as he was kneeling down, it looked like he was getting a few words from the bench as well.
I think some players, coaches and supporters underestimate the value of some set pieces in our game. They are so important. Alex Woodlands comes out and takes that one very well as Modbury look to transition up the park.
This goes down the other end. Fred Sunday goes down, but Christian Verdicchio got a good side of it.
Yeah, just a cheeky little interaction there of Ryan Yates, just blocking his path. Nothing more in it.
Fred will be a little bit frustrated with not being able to make much of those moments he's had up front as well. Creating a bit of danger. And so Modbury Jets overall will be pretty disappointed not to make the most of it, those early up moments as well. Woodlands. McCabe. Back to Tim Henderson. Tim Henderson looks to go forward. O'Dowdy.
Just find the level of intensity from the kickoff of the second half. Just dropped off by Modbury Jets, the home team. They need to try get that back, get that energy back to the way they were playing in the first half, especially the first 20-25 minutes of the first half.
Fred Sunday with the throw. We'll leave it for his teammate. It's Cameron Downey.
Yeah, it's been a really good response too, Johnny, by West Torrens Birkalla.
Have come out firing. McCabe. Handball. And just a quick update as well. Para Hills and Raiders still currently sitting at Newall in the 56th minute. Just down the road. Modbury, due to goal difference, are still on that edge of that relegation zone on the 10th place. Currently safe. They'll be kicking themselves if that game still holds out to be a Newall draw. That they don't have 3 points to give them that 2-point buffer at least. And 3 from the bottom. So Dowdy does very well. However, just couldn't quite keep it in the end. It's Birkalla with Yates. Finds Blackwood. A little flick over. Matsumoto. Yohei Matsumoto does very well to get in front of Shkimitsi. And thinking it was his own ball throw in, left it out, but unfortunately for him, it's a Modbury Jets throw. To his surprise.
It's getting quite tense on the bench. It's just having a look the last minute or two as Carson Thomas moves forward with the ball. Both benches I can see having a look, trying to get some updates from other grounds to see if they're in finals contention or in the relegation zone. It's the beauty of our game. The beauty of a tight competition.
Yeah. And beauty of these last few rounds when it's in this position as well. It's so great. So it all could come down to those final games on that Friday night for round 22.
Yeah. I look down to the right.
Best.
I look down to the right of our commentary box and I see the West Torrens looking for score updates, and they're looking at trying to play finals, staying alive. The other side of Modbury looking to see what's happening down at the paddocks between Adelaide Croatia and Para Hills. Both teams play for something totally different today, but there's still all at stake for both teams. And as you just said, Johnny, it is going to go down to the last game of the season, the last round, no matter what happens here today.
Yes.
There's still a few more twists and turns in
so
season
good.
25.
There's nothing better than that. Sent in Skimitsi with a quick clearance to no one. Just chased down by Yohei Matsumoto. Back to Harpers. Skimitsi does the run back as well. Francesco with the head. Antigento. Henderson. Wilson sends it long. Looking for Skimitsi. Walsh with the head up for West Torrens Birkalla.
Free kick there. to the Modbury Jets. Johnny, I can really see this game being won by the benches, to be honest with you. Which coach is going to pull the trigger and make a change, either to get something from the game early on, or maybe a little bit later on as if the score stays this way. But this is where the coaches earn their money. Can they tweak a few things, personnel? Can they bring some energy on? Who's going to be the bravest?
Schmitzy, Francesca. He's got numbers around him. One of those Yates finds O'Dowdy. Looking to try and find their way through. Which passage will they use? It's Henderson through the guts to McCabe. And a slight deflection, but the slow bounce into the hands of Harpus. Still unable to find the back of the net.
Well, Jesse Francesca, just again there showing how comfortable he is in tight areas there. Finding a nice little pocket there for McCabe to get a shot on target. They'll be looking for more of that as the second half goes on.
Tim Henderson. Nice little back peel to Francesca. Now it's Fred Sunday with a run on the edge of the area. Just out wide. And it's now on the end for West Torrens Birkalla, but Fred Sunday not giving up any hope. Blackwood. O'Dowdy. Walsh, Classen Thomas.
Good play Blackwood. There by Blackwood and Classen Thomas.
Well, this game, I feel it's got at least another one or maybe even 2 goals left in it. And just exactly what both these two teams would want, but hoping on their end, it's on their own score sheet. And there's 4 games all around the same period with just reaching that 1 hour mark in their games, but in the latter stages of the 2 earlier games, and a little flick out from Woodlands will give a corner. Metro Stars in LA Comets looking to end 1-1, whilst Croydon going down to FK Belgrade. A huge shock in that game, considering Belgrade been a little bit of a slump lately since their loss in the Australia Cup qualifier.
They could be timing their run again. Now they're out of the cup, or the cup competitions has finished.
Only 1 point away from second place. So that those 3 teams below Metro Stars, all fighting for second place in these last 2 weeks.
Who's going to get the double chance at a grand final?
But then you've even got LA City only a point behind the others as well. It's incredible how tight it is as Devereaux sends it in. You think this time of year, Premier's already been crowned with 3 rounds to go still in Metro Stars. I think we're pretty boring into the season knowing who the Premier is already at that stage. But there's still finals places on the line. No team has been locked into relegation just yet. There's 3 battling out for it. And there's potentially 4 teams playing out for second place on the ladder. Absolutely incredible things in a home final. And it's sent out quickly for another corner, this time through Adam Lecornu.
Yeah, great positioning there by Adam Lecornu. Knew exactly where the ball was going to come and got himself in the right position there to clear the danger. The Modbury do have a corner here.
And just looking at the consistency of these two sides as well this year, as we see Modbury send it into the area. Wilson with the head. Still alive, but it's out for a goal kick. There's only 2 players that have appeared in all 20 matches, and they've come from West Torrens Birkalla. One of those being Ryan Yates, 20 appearances, 15 of those as a start, 5 off the bench. Yohei Matsumoto, the only one from both these two sides to start all 20 matches up until today. Incredible to think about that. Woodlands just missed out on the 1. So this is 19th start of the season for Modbury Jets. Adam Lecornu, his 19th appearance with 2 of those off the bench.
It's a great little touchdown there by Tyrese Conway.
Classen Thomas now. Just that touch from Conway. He's turned it over. Now the Jets look up. trying to get on the other end.
Yeah, just finding a little bit of lacking quality in that front third. They're getting the ball into the right areas, but it's that final pass or that final touch, that little bit of quality either time,
Blackwood.
either team needing.
Oh. Sending it over, looking for Classen Thomas, but they're really finding it hard. And then a late goal over with Metro Stars scoring. 2-1 win with 10 men is what's on the cards. And now it's McCabe. Liam McCabe gets it on his left. Can he do something here? Harpers gets in the way of it. And wow.
Yeah, Metro Stars with a 96-minute winner. It would seem, after playing with 10 men for best part of 85 minutes.
And as it stands, Comets now move into 9th place and Birkalla move into 8th, just due to goal difference. But a win for Birkalla will then put them into 6th place alongside Playford.
That's full time there. Metro Stars has 1-2-1 as well.
So it's gone, that game's actually worked in favour of West Torrens Birkalla here today. But if Birkalla get the win here today, their goal difference at the moment is -4. Playford's +6. So, pending final results, it will be a 7th place finish. Just below Playford on 6th, who have the better goal difference. There's still a lot of work to be done by West Torrens Birkalla, but it's a bit of hope there to see a team with 10 men come back up and win after going down 1-0 early on. Late winner. However, huge margin of difference between these two sides. And this deflection has come into the area for McCabe. To Troyer. Out to O'Doherty. Goes McCabe. Hamish McCabe. To Troyer. And sent into the area again. Matsumoto. And that team in question, Playford, or as we see an opportunity here, but it's still alive. Oh, Harpers does well. And that team in question as well, Playford, has just scored the equaliser against LA United, putting themselves up, giving themselves an extra point in that game. So it won't be that goal difference separating them. It will be a point difference, putting them in 29 points at the moment. So a lot of things can still happen across these matches. Raiders and Parry Hills yet to score there as well. RAA, proud supporters of Football South Australia. One World LED and Sportal Scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. It's currently sitting at 0 between these two sides. Now it's Blackwood. George Blackwood. Classen
Good
Thomas.
opportunity here for West
Out
Torrens
to
Birkalla.
Blackwood again. In the area, Conway's there. It's calls for a corner, but goal kick is what's been given by Christian Verdicchio. And there's that work being done by West Torrens Birkalla.
Yeah, great play there by George Blackwood just in front of us there. A little combination pass, and it was a really, really impressive run by Tyrese Conray to get to the near post. Unfortunately, couldn't get on the end of it to give West Torrens the lead. Some danger signs, though, for the Modbury Jets. George Blackwood just reminding us all of the quality he has and why he played so many years in the A-League.
Yates, Conway finds Blackwood. He's only got Wilson there to get around. Took a while to realise it's Blackwood. Deflection off Wilson, did well to get in the way of it. And then again, Wilson brilliantly gives away a corner. But Blackwood just putting a lot of pressure on now. And things are starting to get into gear for West Torrens Birkalla. Corner for Devo. Sends it in deep. Welsh with the head. Another goal kick. Another late goal as well scored. FK Belgrade just really putting a final nail in the coffin for Croydon in terms of that game. A 2-0 win is on the cards. Massive.
Just over 20 minutes left here at Smith Partners Stadium.
It's one of those days, I reckon. We're going to see some late upsets or late goals. Late dramas. What we love in football, especially in this league. It's been so tight. Wash. Now O'Dowdy does well, runs in, claims the ball. He's got Liam McCabe to use out left, but chooses to go more central. Francesca finds Detroit up.
Every player for West Torrens Birkalla behind the ball here in their defensive third. Just trying to stem the pressure.
Francesca goes back to Wilson, who sees Liam McCabe out wide. Did well to get on the end of it, but it's going to be a goal kick.
And Morris Natali, the Modbury Jets head coach, is getting a little bit frustrated there with his players. He wants the ball to keep moving, move the opposition around, not necessarily play those long balls from that part of the field. Keep stretching the opposition apart and around.
Some of the Jets are looking to go to their bench first.
It does look that way.
Zachariah Noor Abdullahi looking to come on as well.
Another player that's going to bring a lot of energy, a lot of pace to the game. Seen him play a few times this year.
Detroit. Run through the left. Looking for his options. Chooses Francesca. Palms it off to Tim Henderson. Tim Henderson. Ball through to Liam McCabe, who had to do well to stop that going over the line. Now it passes to his brother Hamish. It will be a corner for the Modbury Jets, as they will have that change happen now. And who that will be coming off, yet to be known. I think they're going to wait just a little bit longer, I reckon, after this corner. Morris Natali telling all his men to get in the box. As many bodies as possible in the area to make most of this set piece. And it's sent in. It's a free kick. And then we will have that corner, that change now.
Looks like a double change with West Torrens Birkalla going to the bench as well.
And who's coming off? It will be Fred Sunday, by the looks of it, I think. Yes, it is. It's Fred Sunday calling it a day.
Impressive game there by Fred Sunday. Really, really impressed with his output today. He should be proud of his game. One speedster for another speedster.
Abdullahi scored once before against Adelaide City earlier in the season. And he's hoping to make that second one against West Torrens Birkalla. Just that change has been delayed for Chris Christophilus of West Torrens Birkalla. He went to walk up at the same time as Abdullahi came on, but got called back by Sav Galekis. And just waiting for the right moment. And it's Kamitsi with a slight touch. Francesca. Now McCabe. Plays it out to his brother, Hamish McCabe. Hamish gets it on his right in the area. dangerous area now for the Modbury Jets. Calls for a penalty from Jordan O'Dowdy. Vidicchio, was quick to wave it off.
Yeah.
And there's that substitution to be had now for West Torrens Birkalla. Chris Christopoulos coming on for West Torrens Birkalla. And it will be Ryan Yates ending his time here today.
Bit of a tactical switch here too with Ryan Yates coming off. Good stint. Chris Christopoulos coming on. You probably find him coming out to the left fullback role. A very natural role for Chris. Another one with a very nice left foot. And that'll bring Nathan Andijanto into the middle of the park with Charlie Devereaux to hold up that midfield for West Torrens Birkalla.
So Wilson with the header. Again with the header for Henderson. Shkamitsi. Just body around the ball. Got Abdullah here to chase it down. Abdullah here. Does well. Still on the ball. Trying to find where he can get the cross in. And then ends. Gets the corner instead for the Modbury Jets.
Done very well there. Another set piece. Coming Modbury Jets' way.
That chill starting to come over the stadium now with the sun behind the
Well, it gets very cold in Modbury in winter.
It does.
We're lucky it's a 3 o'clock kickoff and not a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight.
We've only got another 20 or so minutes remaining to warm it up. Or chill it out, whichever way you say it.
31 minutes gone. 15 minutes plus stoppages to go in the game.
O'Dowdy.
Definitely feels very cagey now. Both teams don't want to give much away. In particular, the Modbury Jets, as they try to survive and stay in the National Premier League again for another year. Free kick there.
And Thomas just clashing with Detroit. Well, this game could get a little bit fiery towards the end, I reckon, in terms of the benches.
The longer it stays like this, the more important set pieces are going to be for opportunities on goal for both teams. Modbury now with their chance.
Adelaide United youth down the road have just gone up 2-1 again against Playford. Going to happen here for Modbury Jets as well. Dully out to Detroit. Jordan O'Dowdy gets it on his right. And then it's in the way for Andy Janto. Clashin Thomas. Janto somehow found its way to Devereaux. Ball position gone from one to the other.
You side boys out there now, Johnny. You boys hobbling about. This is a big shift, especially the West Torrens Birkalla boys being down to 10 men for most of this game.
Still some big players that can bring on both benches. Player like Joseph Machida could come on and score a goal like he did only a few weeks ago. It was an important goal as well. We didn't score that. They'll be looking at a different position here today. They'll be in 2 points down the bottom. It's amazing how just one result, one goal can really just change up your positioning of the season. So conceding that goal from West Torrens Birkalla in his opening few minutes of the second half has really just cost him out with that buffer zone of 2 points. Clear of the relegation zone. Francesca sends it in. And it's now Blackwood on the ball. Claston Thomas does
And this is
well.
what they've got to be careful of.
And he's got Conway in his way as well. Gets it to Conway. Can Tyrese Conway do something here? Numbers are making his way back for Modbury. And it's Conway! Oh, forces a save from Woodlands. And wow, from one end to the other. West Torrens Birkalla have managed to try and get back into this and have really put it to him.
Impressive counter-attack there by Burks. Good work by Claston Thomas into Conway. And good strike and a good save also by Alex Woodlands in goal for Modbury Jets. As we spoke about some boys out there becoming fatigued, it looks like George Blackwood has run his race today.
And it's Hamish McCabe just talking to his family on the sideline, finding out what's the score down the road at Playford, Para Hills and Raiders.
That's the tension, a relegation battle causes.
And they told him they haven't scored yet, but we need a score. And will be substitution as well for the West Torrens Birkalla.
Yeah, it looks like Zach Becker's come on, and Adam, as we spoke about, George Blackwood, his day's over.
He's done well as well today. Just hasn't been able to really make the most of his chances. Matsumoto sends it in deep. Abdullah here gets in there. Sends it long. Long flying ball to Skamitsi. He's got to do a little bit of work to get on the end of it though.
Francesco with the ball here.
Plays it out. It's McCabe. Liam McCabe. Becker does well to get a foot to it. It's Hamish McCabe. Back to Liam. And it's just quickly cleared from danger for the momentarily.
Paul Wilson coming up for this corner with Tim Henderson. Just under 10 minutes to play here at Smith Partners Stadium. Modbury Jets 1, looking to survive relegation and stay in the National Premier League.
In the area. Oh, it's just flicked over a little bit too much on it. And now for a goal kick.
West Torrens Birkalla 1.
And when you're talking about fighting for finals, fighting for relegation, looks like Campbelltown City women got a 2-1 win over Adelaide City, who are being relegated of the WNPL. But Campbelltown City now, mathematically, I think they can still make finals. It's just how close it can be. It's amazing. And that flowing hair of Matsumoto as he runs through forward, sends it over to Conway. O'Dowdy gets in the way of it, though, of their plans. The hedge looks absolutely luscious from Matsumoto. Flowing in the air.
Another one that's made the switch from Campbelltown City, I believe, last year.
One with Woodlands. Henderson spots Liam McCabe. Got to work around to get Matsumoto, but he wins it in the end. Claston Thomas.
Well played.
And now it's Conway on the run down that left side. Can he do something here? Tyrese Conway still alive. Sends it across.
Oh my gosh! What a goal!
Conway!
What a goal!
After going down 1-0 and 10 men, they've managed to come back in, and it's West Torrens Birkalla keep their finals hopes alive as they take the lead over the Modbury Jets, and it's Tyrese Conway, the man who's been trying to make a little bit of damage into the scoreline, has done it and got himself on the score sheet, Simon.
It was a great finish. It was an absolute great finish by someone that's had a fantastic breakout year in the National Premier League, in Tyrese Conway. But just going back to the ball being won by Matsumoto in the corner, ball coming in the Class and Thomas, some great combination play with Charlie Devro to open up the Modbury midfield. And then Tyrese Conway taking over the rest of the show. It's 2-1, West Torrens Birkalla. They can smell finals football.
Now it's Tyrese again, back on the ball. Classen Thomas from one scorer to the other. And there is Tyrese Conway trying to sneak in another goal. Or attempt on. Henderson, they've got a lot of work to do now. With both teams below them getting a point each. And this is going to get very dangerous now as it starts to heat up in these final moments. Henderson just putting it on with Tyrese Conway. He will get a talking to.
Yeah, just a bit of frustration there from Tim Henderson.
Just a talking to is all he got, and to the frustrations of the bench of West Torrens Birkalla. There will be a double substitution coming on for Modbury Jets. The man we were talking about moments ago, Joseph Machida, coming on. And Lachlan Wilson as well. And it's O'Doherty and Skamitzi coming off.
You'd expect with the experience West Torrens Birkalla having their player personnel, being in this position before, even with 10 players, they'd really be slowing this game down now, taking minutes off the clock, looking to your Alan Welsh's, your LaCornews, Nathan Gento in the middle of the park to really dictate the minutes getting wound down on this clock.
Well, this result now has really fell in favour of Para Hills. Para Hills now have gone out of that relegation zone and 1 point clear of Modbury Jets and Raiders, who are currently both sitting 16 apiece. So this is incredible now to think that a team like Para Hills, who everyone probably predicted would be the one to fall today to Raiders, currently going in their favour, and they've now snuck out of that relegation zone.
They do have Metro Stars on the last day of the season, so they do have quite a tricky run. We spoke about a lot to play for. Sorry, Johnny.
No, you're up.
We're going to see a lot of Route 1 football here, a lot of direct play.
Modbury's run as well. They've got Playford next week, as well as LA United Youth. So those two teams that are playing, LA United just scored another goal. So it's 3-1 in that fixture. But they're the two opponents, Playford and LA United, that Modbury Jets are playing in those final 2 rounds. So not going to be easy, because those two teams are fighting for finals as well, whilst LA United's fighting for a top 2 finish.
A Northern Derby in the second last round out at Playford. I can guarantee you Playford will want to be relegating Modbury Jets with the derby and the history between the two clubs. That's going to be all to see next week, if the score remains.
And then it'll be all back here on that final round of the season against LA United, which would absolutely be massive, because an LA United squad is so unpredictable at any stage of the season. You never know what they're going to bring, especially last week. 4 to 5 debutants in that game against Campbelltown City. They end up winning 4-2.
43 minutes gone. Can Modbury get something?
It's into the area, just off the head, a bit too much on it. Wilson's got to work hard to try and get back into it.
And as we suggested and spoke about there, just taking some time off the clock here. Stav Galeka's going to make another sub. Mason Oyubi coming on.
It looks like
it's good time management here by the head coach of West Torrens Birkalla.
And it's Classen Thomas coming off as well.
Some fresh legs. The last 4 or 5 minutes.
He's done well. He's getting cheered off from his bench as well. He has done well. Scored that opening goal for him. Let's give him a bit of life into this game. Wilson. Well, Para Hills haven't got an easy run as well. They've got Beer Grade next week, and then Metro Stars to end their season.
So they're going to be playing first versus second. It's all to play for, Johnny.
No.
It's going to be entertainment.
And Raiders have Campbelltown and then Adelaide City. So Campbelltown still have a chance to make finals, I think. And Adelaide City, obviously, are in the top 5 as well, and they could be in contention for top 2 as well. So absolutely crazy things to think about these teams. And well, no team is easy, but I think it's really hard to say who's got the easier run. You'd probably say Para Hills have the hardest with 1v2.
Yep.
And now Playford to come back in that one as well against Adelaide United. It's 2-3 in that fixture.
You'd say Para Hills have the toughest run, playing top 2 of the top 3 teams, at least for themselves. They got one of their games at home, their last game of the season, against an ominous and probably history-making Metro Stars outfit, which well, just setting the bar for South Australian football, as we spoke about earlier.
I think all 3 teams as well are playing. All 3 of those teams fighting relegation will be playing a team that's fighting for top 2 finish.
And as we
in
say
the final
that,
round. Para Hills have gone up 1-0. Oh my goodness! So now that's a 3-point gap between Para Hills and the bottom 2 of Modbury Jets and Raiders. So this game's gone from bad to worse for the Modbury Jets. They're now facing relegation. And sent in, can they do a late goal to get themselves a bit of hope?
They won't want to be hearing Para Hills have just scored in the 93rd minute.
No, I think some of the bench just heard us say that, Simon, and they're not too impressed with, as in fans are not happy with what they've just heard.
Yeah, some of the locals aren't happy. But there is, you know what? There's still 6 points to play for. There's a lot to play from the season. And they will be ruining their opportunities today.
And Para Hills needed to win today, though, because their last 2 games, as we've mentioned, are the hardest of the 3 teams on the bottom. And as we talk as well, Playford have just scored a goal and equalised against LA United. It's 3-3 down there.
Wow.
Wowee.
Definitely one of the entertainers of the year, Playford Patriots.
Wow. Football today is incredible.
Let's see what Modbury can do here the last couple of minutes.
Para Hills just scored a second as well. They're 2-0 up, so they've still their 3 points, Para Hills. Wow. Playford's 3-3 over there as well. So this is incredible things to think about. Can they do something in Modbury? Oh, my goodness. Only moments left in this game. Around the ground, just crazy things happening. Modbury need to at least get a point out of this game now.
And a point would be so vital for them going forward.
46
minutes. There's probably a couple of minutes still of stoppage time. There's probably 4 or 5 minutes still to go. So plenty of time to get off 1 or 2 chances, and then we're going to look at quality.
The only thing they've got going for them is their goal difference in the next few weeks, because Para Hills have the worst of the 2. So if Para Hills lose the next 2 and Modbury get at least 1 over the next 2, they will be in favour to get out of that relegation zone.
Yeah.
Raiders now, unfortunately, you'd probably say that's the season done and dusted.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Adelaide Croatian now. Looks like it's going to be between the 2 northern clubs, Para Hills and Modbury, to see who goes down and who stays up. We've still got a couple of minutes out here to play. Timmy Henderson on the ball.
They've got to make the most of their moments now. Sent over. Abdullah, he's there. There's Harpers. He's really got to milk this time now.
47.5 minutes gone.
Wow. The fans won't be happy after this. I'm sure the players won't be happy with themselves as well. Have the advantage of an extra man whilst taking the early lead before the halftime break. Just really things turn to darkness.
Hamish on the ball here, McCabe. He's got a great ball in behind for his brother.
Oh.
Liam McCabe crosses that ball, squares that ball, but it's been cut out. Modbury still pressing here.
And then can they do something here? Get a late equaliser. Abdullahi just outside the area. He's got Matsumoto to get around. Tries to find the cross in. Matsumoto gets the final touch. Will be a corner. And we're 3 minutes into additional time. 94th minute of play.
Everyone's in the box. Every player but Alex Woolens, the Modbury goalkeeper.
Well, it doesn't really matter now if they concede another one. by trying to get at least another goal in this. Equaliser is what's necessary. Abdullah here, another opportunity to send it in. Gets it there. It's headed out. Becker tries to get it to a Ayubi, but it's Machida in the way. Woodlands creeping into that 95th minute mark now. Modbury Jets, a lot of work to do.
That'll just about do it, I'd say. There it is.
And full time, West Torrens Birkalla come back from behind and down to 10 men after 13 minutes with Harry Ashfordworth getting sent off with a last man incident there. But the Modbury Jets now fall into the bottom 2 relegation zone with 2 games to play and 3 points behind Para Hills, who have somehow found 2 late goals in their fixture against Alec Croatia Raiders. And now Modbury Jets find themselves in a very bad position heading into these final 2 rounds.
They do. I just want to touch on West Torrens Birkalla. That is a fantastic performance with 10 players. It just shows what experience means to a team, and they've had players in that team today that knew they had to stay in the game. They took their chances on the counter, and you might call it a bit of a snatch and grab, but they fully deserved their win today with the way they went out and played after going down to 10 men. So full credit to West Torrens, and back to the drawing board for Modbury Jets for the last 2 games. Still 6 points to play for.
Anything can still happen. That is all down here today. What a game of football. And, that's it. Birkalla now 1 point away from finals as well, so they've really turned their season around in some fashion. That's all here from us here today. Myself, Johnny Kecko, Simon Catanzaro as well, bringing all the action to you this afternoon. Thanks, Simon, for joining me. What a game of football it ended up being.
Thank you for having me back on. It's been a fantastic game, and it's really good to get out and support our local game again here in South Australia. So thanks for having me on again.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of the football. You might catch the rest of the other games happening around the grounds, but that's all here from today. West Torrens Birkalla 2, Modbury Jets 1.
I enjoyed that. Nah, you're good, mate. I'll be packed up and I'll get this short. Yeah, I'm gonna look for cars right there. It's good. No, good, man. If I'm not doing, I'm not sure what I was going to ask you, but he's got eyes for. Did you get your camera? I was going to say, maybe Wednesday night. If I'm doing. Yeah, I'll just worry about it. Oh, yeah, because you're out this week. Yeah, I don't want to buy something and not be blind. Not probably, I'll double check the date. Yeah, I don't want you to be blind. Let me double check. I'm Metro Way for this. No, that's alright, but I'll put us in the place and stuff like that. Yeah, I got it, mate. All good, thank you for that. Yeah, all good. I'll double check the date. Yeah. I'll check the date tomorrow. Clear out with it. And there's not too much on the line. As long as you don't say like, yes, you know, I'm professional like that. Anyone that's involved in the senior setup though, we don't do. I've made that call, like anyone that's like any players and coaches have their own team. But you're like 18, so that's fine. Yeah. Well, good, mate. Thanks for that. I'll keep you posted.